Happy Mental Health Monday, y'all. Mac is back. And I had quite the up and down weekend, or week in general. But, first off, I want to say, congrats and blessings to, a newly married couple. My brother DJ and his wife Veronica tied the knot officially this weekend. And I want to say congratulations to white boy, my boy Anthony, and Miss Nora, because they had a surprise wedding. And I got to be there for both those events. And I'm very blessed. I got to be with them. I got to experience that and witness those days and just kind of share in their bliss. And it's a blessing that I got to be there. It's great that I was involved and invited to these type of things, just because it's not everybody gets to, and it's something that I really cherish. So I just want to start off by saying congrats and blessings to all. Mentally, there's a lot of mental preparation into this last weekend, and even things coming up, leading up into the next few weeks and the holidays. It's a lot of mental preparation of me trying to keep myself focused and try to remind myself of who I am and where I've come in the last year. There were some moments where my feelings got really hurt this last weekend. And it stunk. And what made it bearable but also really, really hard was my feelings weren't coming from a place you would think. It actually came from something else, from a different place. And my feelings only got hurt because of the unrealistic expectation and just hope that certain things could be a certain way. But I do realize, and I do know, and especially right after, in those moments, I do understand that no one is out to hurt my feelings. And when they first happen, you kind of have this like pettiness, this kind of this anger and this frustration where, why, how could you do this to me, or type of stuff. But no one's doing anything to me. It's just there's certain things that I hope and wish for. There's certain things I wish were away, but they're not. And even knowing that it doesn't hurt any less, it just makes the process of getting past it through it better. And it really was, because, regardless of who, what, when, where, why, or how, my feelings are hurt big time. But I have support systems in my life. I was able to speak to people. I had people willing to listen to my feelings. And in all the moments that I kind of, felt down, just felt real down, I was able to communicate with people. And I was able to get past it and not allow it to ruin my weekend, not allow it to, push my judgment to do something I just would have regretted. And I'm glad. I'm very happy and thankful. Mom, thank you, because you were one of those people I was able to talk to, my support system. And there are multiple people. I was feeling at a really low point, and there was this bar nearby my where I was staying this last weekend. And I'm just sitting there watching football. And I sparked up a conversation with the bartender. And she was amazing. She was awesome. I want to say her name was Davina. Yeah. I'm bad with names sometimes, but she was a beautiful soul. She was able to, we were talking and having great conversation. Nothing in that realm of me it was literally just conversations. And, bartenders and barbers and people like that, they have this this ability to just kind of spark a conversation with people and kind of be that lending ear, which I was very appreciative of. Then later in that same night, I was still kind of in my feels. And I was feeling just kind of like, I actually had this thought of, I'm just going to go home. Or go back to my spot, my hotel, while I was in a hostel. I'm going to go to the hostel. And right when I was about to finish my drink and leave, this young lady turns to me and just says hello. And she was a beautiful, beautiful soul. She had a great story. Only been in America for about 2 years or 2 months. And this was like her first time coming out and hanging out. We had a great conversation and we had a good time. There's a little bit of a flirtation there, but I didn't need that at that moment. What I needed was someone to talk to and just kind of communicate and connect with. And, she loved my story. She loved, you know, what I do and where I've come, and we got a little deep at times, but it was definitely much needed. And she was talking about, she's her faith is very strong, and she was kind of just pointing out how this was, in her opinion, was a divine intervention. It was a moment where she felt uncomfortable and needed somebody in me who was going to make her feel comfortable in the setting we were in, because she's not the type of person to go out and party like she was with her family. And that was great. And I was thankful I was able to be comforting for her, and she was able to kind of bring me out of this funk. And we had a great time, and just said our farewells, and that was it. And then the next day, again, my feelings are my feelings, and I was still feeling a little down towards the end of the night, so I said, hey, let me go back. Let me go back to that bar. Chopped it up with the bartender again, said hello, let her know how, the weekend was and how the wedding was. And I had a great time with the wedding, because my daughter is a character. So just being able to follow her around, and then be able to dance and have fun and conversate with people at the wedding, that was great. Then I'm still solo dolo, and I end up, being asked by this group of people to take a photo of them. And then they sparked a conversation with me. I ended up joining their group and hung out for the rest of the night. And then I ended up just staying out with this group of people and had a great time. They are awesome, fun people. Very interesting. Very, the night was chaotic, to say the least. But these individuals who I got to meet with, I'm so grateful for, because they made my experience that night 10 times better. Because again, I'm just by myself hanging out, and people watching, sipping a little bit here and there, but these people brought me into their world that night. I didn't push, I wasn't trying to be anything. I was just being there, but they reached out to me and invited me into their world that night, and I had such amazing experiences with these individuals, and I'm so grateful. I'm proud of myself, because again, I could have slipped into a big depression or anger fit or situation, because it was very overwhelming at times. It was very overwhelming, but I needed for myself to show up for family and be at this wedding for myself, but also so I could be there for the family, so I could be there and have an experience with my daughter and myself having such a great time with our family. And I'm very proud and happy that I was able to get through this and just still have nothing but love in my heart. No anger. I don't feel angry anymore right now. It just, those moment feelings kicked in. There was a multitude of people who were there to speak to me and allow me to, vent a little bit. And once I was able to do that, boom, completely different person. So I'm thankful. Then I got to reconnect with somebody who I haven't seen or talked to very much, but this is someone that we can always just kind of trauma dump on each other. And that's we've been able to be there for each other in that aspect. And it is amazing to have this person where we've known each other for so long, but we don't see each other that often. And we'll have these little stints of time where we hang out a bunch, and then all of a sudden, boom, months, even years have gone by where we just don't. But when we see each other, it's like we never missed a beat. And we allow each other to be that outlet of just dumping everything out we need to whenever we need to. Neither one of us ever said no. We've never told it. We're there for each other. So again, I've been, and I hadn't seen this person for a while, and it was funny because me and a friend were talking about them. Oh hey, have you seen them? So, and all of a sudden that night, boom, they pop up. So like the young lady from overseas had told me that she believed that it was a divine intervention type of thing. I truly believe that. Now, I'm not sure, exactly where I fall in certain, specifics of religion, but I do believe in something higher. And I believe I was sent a lot of people this weekend. They were sent to me because I needed it. I really did. I needed to release. I needed to talk. I needed to vent. I needed to just. I needed a hand. I needed help dealing with the intensity of emotion that came with this weekend, that comes with the next few weeks of all this stuff that's just going to keep reminding me and bringing up old memories and old stuff. And I needed that help. Somebody up there sent them to me. And I believe that right now. I really do. I believe that. And I was able to wake up this Monday morning a little more drained than I probably should have been, but I got to wake up happy with my daughter, hanging out, and feeling like I am close to being healed, if that makes any sense. Like, I don't think that like you're ever fully healed, but I think I'm so much better. I'm in such a better place. I mean, I was also able to be there for somebody this weekend who, at first, I thought our interaction was going completely different. And all of a sudden, this person felt comfortable and compelled to just vent to me what's going on with them. And it was heavy. It was heavy. And then people will apologize to me when they start to talk about what's going on. They're like, I'm so sorry. I shouldn't be dumping this on you. I shouldn't be telling you this. And I say, hey, do not apologize to me if you feel compelled to dump everything out on me. I don't care what we're supposed to do, what's if I am somebody who you feel you can just dump all your traumas on, I'm going to be I'm going to lend my ear to you. I will. Because I needed that. I need that sometimes. I needed that this weekend. So I said, don't apologize to me, because the best step forward into being able to get past all these traumas is being able to talk about it. And sometimes we can't talk to our friends right away. We can't talk to our parents right away. We can't talk to the people who in our lives who are hurting us right away. So being able to find an outlet of somebody who you don't really have a strong connection to can be the best person. Because I've met this individual and I've been in there and around them a couple times, so we know who each other are, but we don't know each other. This was our first like full-on long conversation, and then all of a sudden it turned into, this big old venting session. So those are the type of interactions sometimes are very, very much needed, because if we don't have these conversations and we don't have that first one where we just allow it to come out, we're never going to have this conversation. We're not going to allow ourselves to do it. Again, I think that this weekend, just with the multiple people that just kind of came into my life to lift my spirits and came to me so that I can be there for them, that has to be something, some type of energy, some type of, godlike figure, something that kind of allowed it to kind of work the way it did and help me be, here smiling. And that is what really warms my heart. I'm smiling and it's real. I'm smiling, I'm happy. Even with, understand things aren't going to be what I want them to be all the time. I'm not going to be here. I'm not going to be there. It's not going to be a perfect situation. No matter how much I want certain things to be a certain way, it's not. And that's okay. I don't have to hate anybody. Nobody hates me, I don't think. Life is just happening. It's not happening to you, it's just happening around you. And I am looking towards the positives while understanding and dealing with the negatives. And that's all we can do. This is a long Mental Health Monday, y'all. Sorry. But I needed to get this out. I needed this weekend. I really did. This weekend showed me a lot about myself. Showed me a lot about myself. And it allowed me to see who I am, deal with these trials and tribulations that go on internally in my head, and then be able to also be present and thankful for the experiences I got to have this weekend. Well, happy Mental Health Monday, y'all. I love you guys. Stay up, talk about it, be about it.